Studio Pilates. My name's Hannah. Today I want to take you through a quick workout that you can do that's going to help to build muscle tone and strength within your legs and glutes. This is a really great workout that you can do from anywhere at any time, but take my 10-day challenge and do this workout for 10 days and let me know how your legs are feeling and looking after. Bringing those feet together, heels come out, toes come out to meet them, just taking a little rock and bringing your weight into the center. Knees are staying soft, pelvis is tilted, so that tailbone is down at the floor, core engaged, so thinking belly button to spine. So even though we're going to start looking at our legs, I want you to focus on that core connection, so don't forget about those core muscles. So we're coming into our wide squat to start with, core engaged, tailbone stays pointing at the ground. You can bring your arms out in front or you can keep them on your knees if that's more comfortable, coming down into that chair. Then from here we're going to start with just a simple heel lift, and what I want you to really focus on is your core connection, keeping your weight even, so you're keeping the weight even and you're not moving from side to side. We're going to do 2 more and final 1 on each side. Then pushing through your whole foot, squeeze those glutes, bring yourself back to standing, so core engaged, belly button to spine, coming back down into that chair, holding it here and lift, and lift, belly button to spine, lift, and lift. Push through your whole foot, come back to standing. This time we're going to do a little pulse. So core engaged down into that chair, holding it where you feel comfortable. And then from there we're going to go a little bit lower. A little bit lower. For 3, squeezing those glutes, 2, and final 1. Bring yourself back up to standing. 1 more like that, core engaged, down into that chair, holding it here, and then pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and final 1. Push yourself back to standing. Okay, from here we are going to go into our frog, so you might want to just move your feet in a little bit, core engaged. You're going to bring your arms out in front of you, and this time you're going to go a little bit lower. So like I said, you might need to move your feet in. You're going to try and bring your bum as close to the floor as you feel you can get. Make sure your knee is still tracking your middle toe, and then you're bringing your elbows to the inside of your legs. We're going to hold it here for 2 breaths. So we're taking an inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Then I want you to really focus on your glutes, really visualize those muscles working. Push yourself back up to standing. We're going to do 2 more like this, core engaged, bringing your bum backwards and then tucking it under, taking it as close to the floor as you can get it, holding it here for an inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, and pushing yourself back up to standing. 1 more like this. You're doing really well, core engaged, bum goes backwards, knees come out, make sure they're tracking your toes, holding it here for an inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, and pushing yourself back up to standing, giving those legs a little wiggle if they need it. And then this time we're going to add on a little pulse. Now if this isn't quite right for you yet, then just do what we just did, hold it for a breath or 2 and then bring yourself up. So work where you feel comfortable today. So inhaling, exhaling, down into that chair, elbows are in the inside of your leg. Then here we're going to do 5 little pulses, so you're going a little bit lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, final 1. Push yourself back up to the top. Can you see why it's called frog? So core engaged, back into that chair, down into your frog position, and then we're going to jump. 5, 4, so this is really working into your thighs. 3, 2, and final 1. Push yourself back up to standing. Final 1 like this, core engaged, down into that chair and then into your froggy position, holding it here, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push yourself back to the top. Well done. Taking a little stretch. So you're going to grab hold of your ankle, bring your ankle to, or your heel to your bum, core engaged, push your hip forward, holding it there. You can hold on to something solid if you need it. And then bring that foot back down, bringing that other ankle up, holding on to something solid if you need it, pushing that hip forward, keeping your knees in line. And then bringing that leg back down and just giving yourself a little walk through that ankle. And then we're going to move on to our second set of squats. So core engaged, feet are coming back underneath you. Remember, keep thinking about that belly button to spine, scooping up through that pelvic floor. We're going to take our weight into our left leg, bring your right leg up. Now, if you know your balance is a little bit off sometimes, just make sure you're near something that you can just gently lean on if you need it. Then from here, we're going to go down into that chair. So you're taking your bum backwards. And then from here, you're going to tap out to the side, come back to the middle, and push back up to standing. Core engaged, holding at the top. Down, tap out, come back in, and up. 3 more, going down and out and in and back up. Final 2, keep thinking belly button to spine. Don't forget about those core muscles just because your legs are working hard. Final 1. Then coming back up. Now we're going to tap backwards, so making sure you've got some room behind you. You have a choice. You can come all the way down to the floor and then push yourself back up, or you can just bend back and come back up. Pick the one that works for you. Core engaged, leg bent, and then we're going down and up, down and up. Really wobbly today, was he? So down and up, driving that leg up. Keep thinking belly button to spine, keep that core engaged, really push yourself back to the top. Final 2. She said, final 2, let's go. And final 1. Holding it there. Now we're going to tap forward. So you're going to come down into that imaginary chair, tap forwards, come back in and up. Core engaged, belly button to spine. Should really feel this in your left leg by now. Final 3. Tap out, come in and back up. Final 2. And final 1. And then coming back to the middle, giving that left leg a little shake. Weight is back into the middle, transferring the weight to your right leg. Left leg comes off the floor. Core engagement, but don't forget about those core muscles. And then from here we're coming down, tap out, come back in and up, down, tap out, come back in and up. Keep thinking belly button to spine, keep that core engaged, pelvic floor on and strong. We've got 3 more to go. You're doing really, really well. So this is working into the side of your leg and glute. So we're building strength in those hip muscles. Whoop. And final 1 here. And coming back up. Okay, stepping backwards. So remember, you can take your foot all the way to the floor, or you can just take your leg backwards a little bit, thinking about your hips staying stacked. So we're going to move back and then drive up, back and then drive up. 3 more, back, then drive up. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core stays engaged. And drive up. Final 2, really working into that supporting leg. And final 1. Okay, holding it here. You're going to come down into that chair again, tap forward, in and up. So we're going down, tap forward, in and up, down, tap forward, in and up. 3 more, down, tap forward, in and up. Final 2, down, forward, in and up. Final 1, you're doing really well. Forward, in and up. Bringing your weight back and giving those legs another little wiggle. From here, taking your legs out wide, you're just going to do an inner thigh stretch. So you're just going to stretch down to one side. Body weight stays upright, so think chest up, core engaged, holding it there. And come back to the middle and to the other side, core engaged, holding that stretch. And then come back to the middle, walking your feet. So the first thing I want you to really focus on is your setup. So making sure your feet are in front of you and then bringing your chin back into alignment. Core stays engaged, think about pulling your ribs down towards your hips, little gap stays under that lower side, and we're going to do a circle series. So really simple but really effective at working those glutes and legs really hard. So bringing that top leg to hip height, and then we're going to do 5 little circles. So we're thinking somewhere between a Jaffa cake and a cereal bowl. 2, 1, and then taking it in the other direction. 3, 2, 1. Holding that leg there, we're going to make a bigger circle. So now we're kind of thinking dinner plate to football. And final 3, 2, 1. Keep thinking belly button to spine. Remember that top hand is in front of you for some support, and rotating your circle in the other direction. Keep thinking about making your leg longer as you create your circles. Keep stretching it away. Final 2 and final 1. And holding that leg at hip height, and we're going to do a raise. Now as you raise, keep your hip where it is. So try not to raise and push yourself into the mat. Core engaged, keep your hips still, and just work into your outer thigh. So you're using those abductors. 2 and final 1. Then holding that leg there, and we're going to bring the bottom leg up to meet it. So an inner thigh raise, working into that inner thigh. When you do this, careful your body doesn't go back into extension. So core engaged, we're going to lift and lower. Legs should stay really still. Don't let those legs move backwards, and try not to tense up through your upper body. Just use those core muscles to keep you in place. And we have 2 more here. And final 1. And then bringing that leg back down. And then we're going to start our circles again. So we're back on our Jaffa cake to cereal bowl circles. Should really be starting to feel this in the side of your leg. 2, 1, and taking it in the other direction. 3, 2, 1, holding it there and starting your big circle. So keep thinking belly button to spine, keep those core muscles engaged. 2, 1, and taking it in the other direction. 3, 2, 1, and hold it there. Little raises. So don't feel like you've got to raise it really high. Try and keep your hips still and try and make the movement just come from that leg. Core engaged. Final 2 and final 1. Holding that leg there, and lift the bottom leg and lower. So you're working into that inner thigh. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core engaged. If you have your hand on the floor, make sure you're not white knuckling it, so you're not pushing kind of your weight into your hand. That hand should be able to come away from the floor, and you should be able to stay in position. And final 1, holding it there, and then slowly lowering that leg down, and just give it a little rub or a little karate chop if it needs it. And we're going on to our other side. So swiveling yourself round onto your right hand side. Again, the first thing I want you to think about is that setup. So you're bringing your feet so they're in front of you and you can see them. Chin is coming up, so your chin remains lifted. Top hand is in front of you, but remember, don't push too much into that hand. It's just there as a kind of little support. Then from here, bringing that top leg to hip height, and then we're starting with those little circles. So it's a slow, controlled circle to start with. And then taking it in the other direction. Keep thinking belly button to spine, so keep that core engaged. Hips remain stacked on top of each other. And then we're creating a bigger circle. 2, 1, and then taking it in the other direction. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core engaged. 3, 2, 1. Holding that leg there, and we're going for our first set of raises. So remember, hip is staying still, just moving from your leg. Hip height to as high as you can get it before that hip starts to move. 2 and 1. Holding that leg there, bringing the bottom leg up to meet it. Don't let your legs go back into extension. Core stays engaged. Final 3, 2, and final 1. And then bring that leg down and starting with those circles again. So keep thinking belly button to spine, core stays engaged, hips are staying stacked one on top of the other. So you're really feeling this in your glutes right now. 3, 2, 1. And taking it in the other direction, doing really, really well. 2, 1. And your big circle. So somewhere between a dinner plate and a barrel. I was going to say football, but they're probably roughly the same size, aren't they? 3, 2, 1, and then taking it in the other direction. Keep thinking about making that leg longer, so stretch it away from you. 3, 2, 1, holding it at hip height, core engaged, and lift. Remember, keep those hips nice and still. Keep thinking belly button to spine. Final 3, 2, 1, and holding it hip height and lift the bottom leg and lower. Lift and lower. Keep thinking belly button to spine, really work into that inner thigh. And final 3, 2, 1, and holding that leg there, then slowly lowering it down, either giving it a little rub or a karate chop. Thank you for joining me for my leg and glute workout. I hope you feel like your legs and glutes have worked really hard. Take my 10-day challenge and do it for 10 days and let me know how your legs are feeling and looking after that. Take care for now. Bye.